Hello everyone, it's me again, and I'm here with another video. Since Transformers Cyber came out, this will of course be a Transformers video. This is a character that will be appearing in Cyberverse in later episodes. That of course being Mirage. Why am I talking about Mirage, you may ask? Well, I'm more so talking about the Bayverse incarnation Mirage, or Dino, whatever you want to call him. His only appearance was in Dark of the Moon, and after Age of Extinction, he wasn't seen again. Like, he wasn't even in Age of Extinction or The Last Night. And it took 12 years to put Mirage back in the movies. Mirage was of course in Rise of the Beast, and may have made a cameo in Transformers 1 because there were several miners that looked exactly like him. Mirage's absence in Age of Extinction Last Night has often been quite discussed, like why didn't he return? Some say it's because of the fact that his actor Francesco Quinn died sometime after Dark of the Moon came out, like a few weeks, or it was a few months. Others say it was because of licensing issues with Ferrari and Hasbro. That's why he didn't get a Studio Series toy until 2021. Or in this case, an official toy from Hasbro, and only got a toy from Takara. But it's often been discussed as to what happened to him after Dark of the Moon. Some say he got hunted down and killed by Cemetery Wind, which I believe. Others say he's still out there and survived. Well, the upcoming Rise of Unicron movie, it does seem to be the latter. I know it's more of a fan film, but still. But sometimes we just have to beg the question. What if he returned? Like, what if he was in Age of Extinction Last Night? So, obviously, we need to start off at Age of Extinction. I don't think a single thing would have changed in the first half very much. It basically would have been the same movie until all the Autobots come back together, where Mirage would have been there. Now, I know Phoenix Studio says that rather than Crosshairs and Drift, he would have just brought back Sideswipe and Mirage, but this is just Mirage for the sake of groundedness. Not Dark Knight or the Batman levels of groundedness, but still. Now, essentially Mirage would have had a G1 color scheme. By this point, he would have had a blue and white color scheme as a nod to G1. And because, Francesco Quinn died, Mirage would have to be recast. I would say Danny Quinn could have been Mirage's new voice actor. If you guys don't know who he is, he was Francesco Quinn's brother. And he's still alive, so I think he could have become Mirage's new actor in the movies. Now, when they were watching the Cemetery Wind footage, it would extend to Sideswipe getting hunted down. And this would, of course, set up an arc for Mirage, where he has to avenge Sideswipe's death. And it would be established that he and Sideswipe were on the run from Cemetery Wind and Lockdown, and Mirage escaped, but Sideswipe got killed by them. And I think that's pretty much what would happen in this scene. Honestly. Oh. Hold on a second. No. I'm right. I thought of something, but no. So, essentially the break into Cemetery 1 happens all the same. Movies pretty much the same. But when Mirage is like during the highway chase, like, you know, when Optimus got captured by Lockdown, Mirage would actually try to save Optimus, but he fails. But not a lot of the movie would change, but when the final battle rolls around, he would be the one helping Optimus fight Lockdown. Bumblebee would remain. And this would give Cade enough time to pull the sword out of Optimus, and the fight would essentially be Optimus and Mirage versus Lockdown. In the end, Lockdown is defeated, but Mirage would be the one to give the killing blow to Lockdown by decapitating him, or slicing him in half, and he would transform and leave the explosion of Lockdown's grenade, and the movie would pretty much end the same. Then there's the last night. By this point, Cade would have given him his disappearing abilities as a nod to his G1 counterpart. Pretty much, rather than Hound being the one to do the surprise attack on the Decepticons, it would be Mirage, since he has those invisibility powers. Now, the fight at the abandoned city would remain the same, but rather than Dreadbot getting eaten by a Grimlock, he and Mirage would fight, and Mirage would have memories of, you know, when he was dealing with Hatchet in Dark of the Moon, so it could be a nice callback. In the end, Mirage would win and would end up getting the kill on Dreadbot. And of course, he would have a fight with Onslaught and would pull his gun, and, you know, Onslaught would be shooting down the building, which would cause to collapse on him, but it wouldn't kill him. He would just be buried until Megatron and the remaining Decepticons find him. But the movie would remain the same, except Mirage would be there. And essentially, yeah, not really a lot would change in the last night. Not a lot would change. Other than maybe Megatron could have broken Berserker out at one point, and so Mirage fights Berserker, but Berserker is left defeated and would survive along with Onslaught, Barricade, and Megatron. Like, Berserker would maybe suffer a scar on his face from Mirage's blades. Something like that. I'm not too sure. But Berserker escaping is a definite possibility. So that's What If Mirage, Return of the Transformers movies, or the Bayverse. That's What If Mirage returned. Anyways, I'll see you all later.